Hello guys, in today's video, I'm going to share with you this calculator. So I make this calculator to help you calculate your own financial freedom number. And by using this calculator, you'll be able to have a guideline of how much do you need in order to retire. So let's dive right back into it. So first thing first, once you've gotten this calculator, do make a request to make a copy. And once you have a copy of this, you'll be able to see it in your Google Drive. And inside your Google Drive, you'll be able to edit the file. Over here, the first thing to take note is the desired monthly expenses. This desired monthly expenses is how much do you need when you retire every single month. So you can just key a number over here. Let's say you want $4,000. So annual expenses will be $48,000. So assuming once you retire, your investment portfolio needs to pay you some amount of dividend in order for you to be retired. So the default over here, I will use 5% because it's pretty easy to generate a 5% rate of return via a dividend portfolio. So I'm going to use this as a rate of assumption. So based on this 5% dividend rate, your freedom number is actually 960,000. Meaning, if you have an investment portfolio of 960,000 generating at 5%, you would have gotten 48,000 worth of dividend every single year. So this is the first part. So the second part over here is to understand your current portfolio value, meaning your current investment portfolio value. So let's say, for example, as of now, you have built up about 100,000 in your investment portfolio. All right. So your freedom score is not that high yet, but still working towards it. So coming back into the second column is now you know that there's a deficit between 100,000 to 960,000. So this deficit of 860,000, how are we going to cover up for the shortfall? And the easiest way is actually to invest. So using this investment goal planner, you'll be able to make a calculation. So assuming right now if let's say you are 35 years old and you wanted to achieve this goal by 55 years old, so that would be a good 20 years. So if you key in 20 years, so for the next part over here, the expected annual return, you will need to key a percentage following the table on the right. If you're someone who is just purely savings, then basically your estimated rate of return will be 1%. If you are someone who is using fixed deposits or Singapore saving bonds, making your money work harder, then you can actually use a 2%. But if you're someone who is conservative investing in bonds, then that would yield you should be about 3 to 4%. And unit trust, ETFs, or stocks that can yield you about 6 to 8% or even higher. But these are just benchmark for you to do calculations on your end. So let's say assuming if you're somebody who invests via bonds, all right, we just put a 4% over here. Okay, over here you would have seen in order for your 100,000 to reach your 960,000 based on 20 years at 4%, you would still have to invest every single month $2,000 to reach your goal. So assuming, let's say your salary is about 4,500, okay? Basically what happened is that you would have noticed of this. Different percentage over here will give you different reality check messages. So 44% is basically investing more than 30% of your income. Generally, this is not recommended and not sustainable. So the next part itself, it would be adjusting some of the things. It can be, let's say you use a longer tenor, 30 years, oh, you're on track. But if let's say you do not want to compromise on the number of years, you will say that, okay, Vincent, I want to invest more aggressively and make my money work harder for me. And you would want to invest in some funds, ETFs, or stocks. So if your expected rate of return is higher, is at 8%, you would have noticed that the amount that you need to invest every single month drops too. It becomes 788 instead of the $2,000. And in the end, it's only 17% of the monthly income. This is also sustainable and basically it's going to be a plan that can be on track. By using this calculator, it can give you a guideline of where you are right now and where you want to be and how to get there. So this will be something that will at least give you some guidance on what to do next. I hope this calculator is helpful to you. And in order to download this calculator, you can just opt into the newsletter. And once you opt into the newsletter, in the first email, we will be sending you this calculator that you can just go to the Google link and download it. So I hope this is helpful for you. And of course, if there's any questions, just feel free to let me know in the comments below.